In the bustling world of Korean drama, it's not uncommon for on-screen chemistry to stir speculation among fans. Rarely does it blossom into a love story as sincere and captivating as that of Jung Hae and Jung So-min. Their journey from colleagues to confidants and finally to soulmates has captured hearts across Asia and beyond. Before wedding bells rang, there was a quiet evolution unfolding behind the scenes, one rooted in shared glances, spoken understanding, and a deep connection neither anticipated. It all began on the set of a romantic melodrama, one that would go on to become a cult classic among fans of Korean television. The script called for two lovers caught in an impossible situation, but what emerged beyond the scripted lines was a dynamic far more nuanced. During rehearsals and script readings, they found themselves drawn to each other's perspectives, asking deeper questions, and debating character motivations long after official meetings had ended. There was a spark, not just of attraction, of intellectual and emotional curiosity. The cameras captured their growing rapport, but it was the moments in between takes, when scripts were put down and the real individuals emerged, that told the true story. Colleagues noted the ease with which they communicated, the laughter that lingered long after the director called cut, and the way their energy naturally aligned. Jung Hae, usually soft-spoken and reserved, visibly more animated around So-min, whose warm energy and quick wit drew out his more playful side. So-min, in turn, found herself feeling more grounded around him, appreciating his calm and steady presence. Fans speculated, of course, creating video montages and analyzing every behind-the-scenes glance and shared laugh. The chemistry was undeniable, but both actors remained tight-lipped, preferring to nurture their bond in private, away from the noise of media scrutiny. In a rare, unrecorded moment after filming wrapped, a staff member overheard So-min softly thanking Hae for reminding me why I fell in love with acting again. That moment, tender and unrehearsed, would become emblematic of the foundation they were building. As their friendship deepened, so too did their understanding of each other. So-min once remarked in an interview that Hae had a way of listening without interrupting, without judgment, while Hae shared that So-min brings calm wherever she goes. Their connection transcended the roles they played. It was organic, rooted in mutual respect and emotional intelligence. Late-night text exchanges turned into long walks after filming, shared meals grew into shared routines, and before long, the line between fiction and reality blurred beyond recognition. In the tightly surveilled world of Hollywood celebrities, discretion is both a shield and a necessity. For over a year, the pair managed to keep their budding romance under wraps, retreating into private moments away from the media's ever-present lens. They traveled separately but ended up in the same cities. They avoided the same public events only to meet in quiet cafes and hidden alleys. Friends close to the couple spoke of their natural harmony, the lack of drama, and the effortless way they complemented one another's personalities. They made a pact early on: whatever they were building, it had to be real, not relationship born of the spotlight, not one defined by tabloid expectations, but something quiet and true. That meant saying no to co-branding opportunities, refusing couple interviews, and focusing instead on deepening their connection in the real world. They attended art exhibits, took pottery classes, and even tried their hands at writing short stories together. These creative ventures allowed them to express vulnerability and see new sides of each other. Their proposal story, much like their romance, was simple yet unforgettable. On a quiet winter evening, after a home-cooked dinner and an impromptu music session where So-min softly played the piano, Hae slipped a note under her cup of tea. It read, "I don't want another day to pass without calling you my wife. No grand gestures, no flash mobs or viral videos, just an intimate moment between two people who knew what they wanted." So-min cried, not from surprise, but from the overwhelming sense of certainty that she felt in that instant. The wedding itself was a blend of classic elegance and heartfelt sincerity. Held at a traditional hanok in the heart of Seoul, the ceremony was attended by close friends, family, and a few industry colleagues. The bride, radiant in a modernized hanbok, and the groom, composed yet visibly emotional, exchanged vows they had written themselves. There was laughter, especially when Hae-in forgot a line and So Minutes teased him, and there were tears when they pledged to grow together, not just in love but as individuals. The reception that followed was filled with personal touches, playlists curated by them, handwritten notes for each guest, and dishes inspired by their travels together. It wasn't just a celebration of their union, it was a celebration of everything they had quietly built together over time. While the headlines focused on designer dresses and celebrity attendees, those who were present spoke of the rare, palpable sincerity that lingered long after the lights dimmed. Marriage, for Jung Hae-in and Jung So Minutes, did not signal the end of a love story but the beginning of a richer, more nuanced chapter. Far from the glamorous world of red carpets and press conferences, their newlywed life is marked by simplicity, humor, and the kind of companionship that grows stronger in everyday moments. As they have both shared in recent interviews, it's not the grand gestures but the quiet rituals that have helped them feel at home with each other. Their mornings begin with mismatched mugs of coffee and gentle banter about who forgot to take out the recycling. So Minutes loves to cook, often experimenting with fusion dishes, while Hae-in is the self-declared dishwasher of the household. They argue about thermostat settings, laugh over failed recipes, and find joy in grocery shopping together, a mundane errand-turned-bonding ritual. These seemingly trivial experiences have become the glue that binds their daily lives. In one interview, So Minutes shared, "Our marriage isn't defined by big moments. It's about the thousands of small ones that build trust." Balancing fame and family isn't always easy. Both continue to thrive in their respective careers, juggling filming schedules, script readings, and promotional events. Yet they remain fiercely protective of their personal time. Sunday evenings are non-negotiable, phones are silenced, pajamas replace designer clothes. They dive into a rotating list of comfort dramas and indie films. It's in these quiet hours that they reflect, charge, and reconnect. What truly solidified their belief that they belonged together weren't the romantic milestones, but the moments of imperfection. When So Minutes fell ill shortly after their honeymoon, it was Hae-in who nursed her with quiet devotion, cooking porridge, monitoring her temperature, sleeping on the floor beside their bed so she could rest undisturbed. And when Hae-in struggled with anxiety before a major role, it was So Minutes who offered not solutions, but presence, reminding him with a simple touch that he was not alone. These moments reveal a deeper layer of intimacy, one built on trust, care, and emotional availability. They've learned to navigate conflict not with shouting matches or silent treatments, but with intentional listening and the occasional comic relief. One recurring disagreement involves the placement of laundry baskets. Instead of allowing such issues to fester, turn them into inside jokes. These everyday negotiations have made their bond more flexible, more human, and ultimately more enduring. Their love is a blend of shared dreams and distinct identities. They don't seek to mirror each other, but to complement. Jung Hae-in often speaks of So Minutes' artistic flair, calling her a canvas that constantly surprises. While So Minutes admires his discipline and emotional steadiness, they read different genres of books, enjoy different music, and approach problems differently, and they celebrate these differences as strengths, not obstacles. Public interest in their relationship has remained high, but they've managed to retain a sense of autonomy by choosing what to share and what to hold sacred. In a rare joint interview, described their marriage as an evolving partnership rooted in respect, curiosity, and a shared commitment to growth. This mindset that has carried them through the initial adjustment phase and into a deeper, more secure connection. Ahead, they speak candidly about the possibility of starting a family, but without pressure. Still discovering what kind of life we want to build. So Minutes once said. For now, they are focused on being present for each other, whether that means cheering from the sidelines during a stage play, reading each other's scripts late into the night, or simply holding hands during a midnight stroll. The story isn't about fairy tale perfection. About the quiet beauty of finding a home in another person. It's about choosing each other every day. Moments big and small. In an industry where relationships are often brief and scrutinized, Jung Hae-in and Jung So Minutes have chosen a different path, one paved not just with love, but with intention, humor, and an unshakable sense of belonging, and perhaps that is the greatest love story of